Well, you're speaking to one or more people, and you don't think they're really understanding what you're saying based on their reaction and their response. Well, welcome to language learning. This is part of the journey. Today, we're going to give you the answer to how you can be better understood because we're going to boost your accent with proven pronunciation techniques. I'm going to share with you 7 techniques that will help you improve your accent, and you'll be able to be much better understood with consistent practice and pronouncing things correctly. Okay, so welcome to Mastering English Communication. Today, we're going to work with you to master your accent with these techniques, 7 of them. We're going to explore 7 effective methods to improve your pronunciation and achieve a more natural sounding English accent. Let's begin. Before we jump into the techniques, let's just emphasize the importance of pronunciation. You've been speaking another language your entire life. So you have to be patient with yourself and learn not just the vocabulary and the grammar, but also work on pronouncing these words as close to the accent of a native speaker as possible. It takes time, it takes patience, it takes practice, and that's what we're going to share with you today. Right? So the foundation for accent improvement. Pronunciation is crucial for building a strong accent and being understood. Think how important this is to you folks out there that are thinking about or want to improve their business English. It also helps you in understanding language nuances. You'll be able to better grasp how native speakers produce sounds and how those sounds influence the meanings of the words that they use that may mean one thing in one context, but another thing in another context, given emphasis or lack of emphasis on a particular word or phrase. And then you're going to be able to identify areas for improvement. And the techniques here that will help you pinpoint accent weaknesses that you have. Technique 1. I can't emphasize this enough. If at all possible, listen to native speakers. If you don't have one that you can personally speak with, that's the great thing about having videos where you can look at uh, newscasts, you can look at movies, you can look at documentaries. My favorites, because I am also a language learner, uh, newscasts and movies. Those are my 2 favorites. Right? But pick what you like and stick with it and practice. Then develop an ear for sounds. Most of us get confused when we're first learning because native speakers are speaking faster in most cases than we can follow. But developing an ear for sounds will help us catch up to them and understand what they're saying over time. We'll be able to notice patterns and habits in native speech. And then, of course, you want to mimic and practice. Repeat phrases, focusing on mouth and tongue movements. So a little trick you might want to try here is if you do have someone you're speaking with in English, maybe it's a language exchange, try to do it in video, live. That way you can see their lips move and how they pronounce the words. Not having the video, okay, that's better than nothing, but there's something about being able to see the person's tongue move, their lips form the words that will help you be better able to mimic the practice. Technique 2, practice tongue twisters. They improve articulation. Okay, tongue twisters will enhance coordination between mouth and tongue. Your mouth and tongue work fine in your native language. What we want them to do is now to start to practice and build strength in a new language. You want to target specific sounds, focus on challenging sounds or combinations. And then this, of course, will enhance your fluency. you will be able to develop a more natural and effortless speech flow. So I'm going to give you two examples right now, and some version of them are on the screen uh, with this around this child's head. So first will be Peter Piper. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. So I want you to be able to repeat that, practice that. That's why I was very, very precise in how I pronounced it. And over time, you'll be able to speed up. And as you speed up, it will help you understand a faster native speaker over time. And there are other tongue twisters. You can of course do an internet search and you'll be able to find them. The second one, she sells seashells by the seashore. Very precise. You want to practice that, mimic that, and then speed up over time. Now, if you find this content useful, please give us a like. Thank you. Technique 3, use phonetic symbols. So I will just let you know, I am producing a video that will have all of the 26 letters of the English alphabet, and I'm going to be pronouncing them phonetically, and you'll have a visual guide as well. So stay tuned for that. Phonetic symbols are excellent. They give you a visual representation. You can see exact mouth and tongue positions. You can learn new sounds. You can practice these specific sound combinations. And you also can identify areas for improvement. All right, so you definitely want to use phonetic symbols. Technique 4, recording and playback. And I say it all the time because I hear you out there when I say record yourself and you're saying you don't like your voice. Well, learn to like your voice. It's the only one you have. Recording yourself, capture your speech regularly. This will help you improve dramatically quicker than just thinking how you sound, right? The other person hears how you sound, so you need to hear how you sound. Right? That will tell you if your accent is improving. Listen carefully, identify areas for improvement, track your progress, monitor your changes over time. Remember, this is a journey and you have to treat it seriously so that you will improve and get as much out of your linguistic journey as possible. Technique 5, shadowing native speakers. So you want to find suitable content. Choose native speakers that are speaking at a comfortable pace. This is why I like documentaries, some types of movies, and also news reports, because news reports and documentaries, the people are speaking very precisely. They want the audience to understand them. And then you want to mimic this in real time. You repeat what they're saying, focusing on pronunciation and intonation. Develop the muscle memory that you need to improve your pronunciation through consistent practice. Now, even though I mention documentaries and newscasts, obviously you can engage in a language exchange. All you have to do is do a search online and you will find language exchanges. And you want to do a language exchange with a native speaker. 1.5 billion people are learning and speaking English, and there's probably 500 million or more that actually are native speakers. Right? And some of the ones that are learning are very close to it. So you'll be able to find plenty of people to practice with, and also with a tutor, because they are trained to help you learn to speak correctly as well. Technique 6, using language apps. I'm not going to go through all of the language apps that are out there. There are just so many. Do a search. If you're not using a language app now, do a search and you will see a multitude come up, and you have to take a look at them and decide which format works best for you. But language apps are great. Some provide structured lessons. and some lessons are more structured, let's say, than others. And they provide a focused pronunciation exercise. They also provide interactive practice if you pick the right one. So you're able to engage in pronunciation and shadowing activities as well. And you'll be able to receive instant feedback on your pronunciation. You can tell that this is phenomenal, right? This is an excellent way for you to get that feedback that you need. Lastly, technique 7, conversation with native speakers. Find language partners. I've been speaking about this throughout the presentation. Now I'm emphasizing it. Use language exchange websites or apps. Practice regularly. Engage in conversations frequently. Seek feedback. Also, you might want to look at my series, Mastering English Communication, the 1-year plan, and I produce it on a monthly basis. But what's great about that is there's many ideas in there about how to better improve your English speaking skills and, in fact, your English skills all around. So what are our takeaways for today? Listen to native speakers, develop an ear for sounds and rhythms. Use the phonetic symbols that I was speaking about. Practice tongue twisters. I gave you an example of those. And then record yourself and play back. It will help you identify areas for improvement. Now, if you implement these techniques, consistently practice, focus on your weaknesses. This is where weaknesses and failing are your friend. You can identify them, embrace them, and improve them, and then track your progress over time. This is important as well because you're going to see through consistent practice and focusing on weaknesses, the idea that you're not improving goes away. You're going to see that you're dramatically improving. So, as I mentioned, see my video series, Mastering English Communication, the 1-year plan. Like, subscribe, share, comment, and hit that notification bell. And don't forget to choose your techniques, create a practice schedule, and stay motivated. All right, everyone. See you next time as we continue our linguistic adventure together.